everybody, and welcome to the Lettuce Talk podcast, June 2nd, 2017,
Edition.
episode 8. We're on episode 8. It's the 8th week. We've been doing this for 8 weeks.
Ocho.
Ocho. I'm your host, Nate, and I'm here with Hob for Apples. Hob, how's it going?
Nope.
Always enthusiastic. Always so.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so
Let's
Hob,
do it.
Hob is excited about a lot of things right now.
Oh, there's like breaking news.
So Hob has some breaking news, but first I'm gonna go through our
The
quick.
only important.
So we're gonna talk about what Hob is excited about, whatever that is, and then we're gonna be talking about some Nintendo.
Nothing else.
We're
Only
gonna be,
what I'm excited about.
yeah, perfect. We're gonna be talking about some Nintendo Switch news, PS4 update, bricking issues,
don't brick my
PS4 patch
PS4.
stuff, Shadow of War. We're going to be talking about a new Square Enix and People Can Fly team up, Life is Strange prequel, and some other Life is Strange stuff, and
It's not strange.
Take-Two stuff. Tequila Works kind of shitting the bed on or committing massive internet fouls, and it's kind of a slow week this week when it comes to I guess because of all of the news surrounding E3. Everybody's kind
What
of
I'm
like
about to drop.
everybody's super hush about E3 coming up, and everybody's kind of like not talking about the reveals. There's a couple leaks here and there, but I guess we can talk about
8 leaks.
the things that
Yeah, thanks for
are
asking me
not
what I'm
going
up
to
to,
happen
by the way. Thanks for
after.
completely ruining the format.
That's coming up after the table of contents. So like at the end, I guess we can go over what not to expect from E3. All right, now Hob, fucking getting ahead of yourself. Yeah, what are you up to? What are you excited about? What are you
This
been?
is my favorite part of the podcast.
Yeah. 'Cause-
I am currently selling my rimless glasses from PUBG on the Steam community. So if you'd like to buy them, they are a whopping 17 cents for sale.
You're actually selling them? You can do
Yeah,
that?
dude. Yeah. You can sell everything on Steam.
But I didn't
got
know that you could
items?
sell
Sell 'em.
items.
Yeah, dude. It's like a community, man. People make money doing this stuff. It's crazy.
You
got
can
Dota
sell
stuff?
cosmetic
Sell it.
shit?
Sell your Dota stuff. You got any chests from Dota? Sell them.
What?
Anyway, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep. Playing PUBG. Life is good.
Have you gotten any more wins since your big shotgun victory?
Well, not since the last time.
No.
Nope. Pretty close though. I got one of my guys on my team got third, so like third, so like top two team.
Nice.
So close. Yep. Other than that, playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
Killing
Is there any new news in the Overwatch front?
Yep. New map coming out. It's on the moon. It's called.
Does it have moon gravity?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then what's the
The
point?
new map is called Lunar Base. And
Is it all indoor?
I don't know. I didn't play the PTR yet. I've been away.
Right, you were in
for
NYC.
the weekend, so I wasn't home for like 4 days.
Yeah.
So
And how was NYC?
I didn't really.
What
What?
did you see? How was New York? What did
I
you
went
see?
to New York City. I went to my hometown, and then I went to New York City. New York City's great. I
Wait,
love
you
New
went to
York.
Jersey?
I went to Jersey, and saw my folks, saw my friends, ate
How-
some food,
How's Mama Papa Hob?
went to the outlet mall.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you do in my hometown. You go to the outlet mall,
Sounds exciting.
and that's about it. Tried to play golf on Sunday and Monday. Didn't
Like-
work out because it was
Like
raining.
IRL golf?
Like IRL golf.
Oh.
Didn't work out. So we had to postpone it. The next time.
Next time.
So if you want to play golf with me, let me know.
Next time.
Make sure it's not raining.
Okay, so what you said that you wanted to talk about some big things on the golf front or something?
I love golf. I love golf games. For anybody who's out there, I love golf games.
You love golf video games?
They're the best. Yeah. I play golf with friends on Steam all the time with my friends. And
Cool.
I
You just gave the iPhone
What?
makers the whole like, words with
no,
friends.
not on the iPhone. I want to play it with a controller or a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, but you said like I play golf with friends, and so now everybody's
Oh.
gonna be scrambling for.
No, there's a game already. It's called Golf with Your Friends.
Is it
It's on
called
Steam.
Golf with Friends? No,
Golf
but
with
I
Your
mean,
Friends.
you know how there's like words with friends and crosswords with friends and like all of those apps on those games on mobile.
Yes.
Yeah. So add that to the Google Docs.
Oh yeah.
Golf with friends.
There's also a game called Infinite
Now on
Golf that I
iPhone.
just heard about. So I'm gonna check that out too. But it doesn't look that great.
But what's this game that you're talking about that you want to play
So,
right now?
Everybody's Golf
It's
is
called-
being
It's
released
called
on
Everybody's
PS4
Golf.
on August 29th. It is basically Hot Shots Golf. It's the next installment of the Hot Shots Golf franchise.
What
They're
is Hot Shots
finally
Golf?
bringing it to Hot Shots Golf was started, I think, on the PS1,
Okay.
and it's like a cartoon. It's like Mario Golf, but
Okay, I played Mario Golf. I remember playing Mario Golf.
I mean Mario Golf's great too. But this is like modern.
It was more exciting than any Tiger Woods golf. My brother always
It's
insisted
not a sim.
on.
It's not golf sim. It's like arcade golf,
Oh, okay.
and it's super fun. So, the Hot Shots Golf series, basically, well, they made a lot of them actually. Now I look at it, but, yeah, Hot Shots Golf is like arcade golf. It's like anime golf, pretty much, and it's really fun. I played Hot Shots Golf
Right.
on my Vita, on PSP with my Vita, so much when I was touring. I would sit on planes next to people
And just play golf.
and just wreck at Hot Shots Golf.
Just wrecking at golf.
Yeah, I'm like super good at putting. I'll hit a putt in from like 30 feet on like the weirdest angle because I just like played it so much. It was insane. I'm like a pro.
I don't think I've
Hot
ever
Shots
heard
golf
anybody speak so enthusiastically about golf, about a golf video game. Like my brother,
It's super fun.
like, so one thing I miss is playing video game, like just having a night where my brother and I get together and play video games together.
Guys, it's gonna get nostalgic for a second. Hang on.
What?
Go ahead.
And
Nostalgia lane. Here he comes.
like even like now for Christmas or my birthday, whenever my brother asks me what I want, I'm just like, let's just have a game night where it's just like us and have old times video gaming night. But like one thing he always buys a golf game for whatever console he has, and then we start playing it, and he always gets really we always get really competitive with one another, but then he always falls asleep by like the 8th hole every time
Well, you should wake up.
because golf is boring.
It's not boring.
It's
It's boring if you're not good at it.
it's unexciting.
It's not, well, I'm not watching it. I don't watch it. I play it. I hit the ball and I'm good at it and I get it in on a very consistent basis. That's the point. That's the whole
I just
So
got
the golf game that I
creepy
play
text
on-
message from Danny.
on Hot Shots. It's called Hot Shots Golf Open Tee.
Okay.
And it came out in, let's see, 2005.
2005.
I still play it. Like, I still have it.
You're a
And I
degenerate.
play it quite a bit. I'm
Yeah, I don't get
really
it.
good at Hot Shots Golf Open Tee. That's the game.
You're the master of like getting excited about the most boring sports.
Well, it's not a sport.
Oh my god, thank you.
It's just a game.
So okay,
I mean, I play it, but like I play it with my dad.
right.
And like we weren't gonna play golf. We were just going to the driving range this weekend. We're gonna play though, but I need to like go to the driving range and like practice so like I don't like blow my back out trying to play golf.
So what you're saying is golf isn't a sport.
No, it's like recreation.
It's a recreational game.
Yes.
Is
Sport
baseball
involves,
a sport?
Yes, because there's contact.
There's contact and
Yes, you can run into people in baseball.
but is that define does that define a sport? Contact?
Yes, contact.
But tennis is tennis a sport?
Well, darts is a sport.
Darts is not a sport. It's a game. Okay, nobody's
No, I
standing
mean
next
major-
to the dartboard.
Sports are tiered, in my opinion. So you have major sports, which are contact sports, and then everything underneath that is kind of like,
Would you consider
competition
basketball a
sport.
contact sport?
yeah, you can push someone. You ever play NBA Jam? You can push someone right down.
NBA Jam, you
Get out of
can
my way,
jump
fool.
like 8 feet over the rim.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
It's legit.
completely
Hey.
unrealistic.
Hey, game's the game. Hey, it's in the game. It's in the rules. Is it in the rule book?
EA
Okay.
Sports, it's in the game.
So anyway, I'm excited because I want to play a golf game, and
So just pick up your Tiger Woods or your
No,
Jack
it's not
Nicholson
the- it's
golf
not the same.
for the PC, 1993. Remember that?
which game?
Like Jack Nicholson?
Jack Nicholson golf. The only golf game that I played was Mario Golf, like, and Hot Shots Golf, like on PS1. Like we played Hot Shots Golf. I used to play
See, I'm
Hot
just-
Shots Golf
yeah.
and bowling, like Brunswick bowling,
Oh,
at my
no.
friend's house when I was in high school.
I'm just competitive
we played.
enough to be able to stay awake to play a golf game. But my
Dude.
brother just falls asleep.
So apparently it's called Hot Shots Golf. Was just like the first game was on PS1.
Okay.
And you know what? If it's cheap enough, I might just buy it right now on eBay.
Oh god.
Doing it.
It's not even going to be compatible. Just find it on Steam.
Dude, there's what?
Find a Steam
First of all,
port.
Hot Shots Golf is a Sony franchise. It is not
So
it is not
emulate it.
open for debate.
Just emulate it.
I'm not emulating, dude. I'm gonna buy a disc and play it on my PS3.
Fair enough.
Hot Shots Golf. How much do you think it is?
God. $3. $2.
Disc only, $6.95. Complete. Oh, that's Hot Shot Golf too. We don't want that.
What's the difference? Other than graphical quality improvements.
$5. Oh, game only. I don't want game only. I want the whole thing.
Why do you want the whole thing? Just get the game.
No, dude. I'm a completionist. $10.
What are you gonna do with the complete package? What do you want? Like collector's edition? You
I
want
put
cover
it-
art? You
I
want?
want at least the freaking the
Do
manual.
you want a
and
limited
the
edition,
disc,
like
the
limited
whole
edition
thing,
putter?
Man. This is $10.88. Looks like it's in like mint condition. I'll take it.
Oh my god.
I'm
So
gonna-
what?
I'm gonna add it to my watch list because I'm probably the only one that wants this game right
Yeah,
now.
guaranteed. Guaranteed. You're the only person on the planet that wants.
There's
that game.
another game that I wanted that was on the PS. So there's a game that launched on the original PS1,
Right.
and it was some arcade shooter.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's
Was it
called.
called some arcade shooter?
No, but it looked really fun, and I wanted to play it. Arcade shooter, PS1 launch game.
Arcade shooter, the game. PS1.
I was watching these videos, and they were talking about the PS1's mediocre launch lineup, and it was pretty bad.
The PS1?
Yeah.
I don't know. The PS1. Sure, they had a mediocre launch lineup, but They did have a massive
Let me tell you what
launch
it was.
lineup. Like one of the big selling points that people were making for the PlayStation,
The Raiden project.
the
That's what it's called.
PlayStation 1 over
Raiden.
the
Raiden.
I got it.
Raiden.
One of the selling points that people were making, I remember, for the PlayStation 1, the PSX, over the N64 was that there was far more games for the PSX than the N64. Sure, the games themselves were pretty mediocre, but they were like, we have more games. You have more variety, so you can be more disappointed.
Well, here's the lineup: Battle Arena Toshinden,
Okay, sounds exciting.
ESPN Extreme Games, Killek the DNA Imperative, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, probably the best game on the lineup. Power Serve
NBA Jam
3,
was better on the N64.
Rayman, Ridge Racer, Street Fighter the movie, Total Eclipse Turbo.
Ridge Racer and Rayman were good.
Pretty bad.
What?
Dude, the Nintendo 64 only launched with 2 games. If they did that today, well, they did.
They did, and
They
it's
did.
wildly successful. What do you have to
because
say?
People are retarded. And they just say, oh, there's Zelda, I'm buying it. Who cares?
Yeah, like
are the
one of the things that I wasn't even going to talk about in this podcast is like,
Dude, the PS2 launched with like 1 million games. Dude, it launched with like, how many are here? Like,
it's so many games.
20 games.
But one of the things that I wasn't even going to talk about in this podcast was the fact that Microsoft is doing a lot of weird shit around the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. Like they're releasing these surveys and they're like kind of doing weird stalkery things surrounding the Switch. Because I think
Tiger Woods Golf PGA.
they're
407.
genuinely confused by the success of the Nintendo Switch. They're like, wait, you guys,
well, they're dumb.
because like it's an underpowered console, which like Xbox's philosophy at this point is like power is better, and Nintendo's proving that people don't give a shit about that. And
I got the power.
And and then also it's not launching with a ton of IPs or a ton of like games and third-party titles, and it's still wildly successful. And that's another thing that Xbox is like, shit, we need more third-party titles. Shit, we need more like whatever. And
we need more power.
And so one of the things, like they released these questionnaires asking people about how likely they are to buy the Switch, how likely or things that they like and don't like about the Switch, and asking all of these very specific Nintendo Switch related questions that are weird and stalkerish. Because I feel like they're trying, their heads are trying to understand why the Nintendo's successful, and I think it's just they've cultivated a hardcore audience that is passionate about the Nintendo IPs, the Nintendo properties, and Xbox doesn't have enough IPs that have enough depth and have enough of a following to be able to support an entire console on their own. That they require these third-party titles in order to be successful. You know, Nintendo doesn't necessarily need that because they have stuff like Mario. They're developing random shit like ARMS and Splatoon, and they're kid-friendly, so parents will always be in support of Nintendo content.
Until the end.
Until what?
Until the end, until it's over.
Yeah, like every generation of human being has a child audience. So parents will always be on board with Nintendo content, regardless.
I'm always on board with Nintendo content.
That is like the opposite message that you've been giving these past like 5 weeks.
I'm joking. Just buy the new Hot Shots Golf for PS4 and make it the best selling game of all time.
Oh my god, that's never gonna happen.
That's my goal for this Discord and this podcast. Everybody buy everyone's golf.
I don't.
Everybody golfs is what it's called. The worst name for a golf game I think I've ever heard.
So what were
It's gonna be great.
what were you saying earlier about the Life is Strange news?
I don't know. Life is Strange is new for June. It's game of the year.
What?
June?
No, before the
Life-
podcast, you were mentioning something about Life is Strange.
Yeah, it's on PlayStation Plus this month.
Oh,
So
it
I'm
is.
gonna actually play
It's
it.
this month's free game.
I think.
All chapters.
I would think so.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
I
because all
never got the
chapter-
chance-
The
I-
first chapter's free anyway on Steam. So
Yeah, I ended up playing the first chapter at PAX East the year that I went because of you.
because of me.
And
Whoa.
what?
Whoa. Killing Floor 2 and Life is Strange are free this month.
That's amazing.
That's two really good games for free.
Yeah.
Like Killing Floor is like a $35 game, I think.
Yep. And Killing Floor 2, does that include the like expansion pack? Because I still have that code.
For PS4.
Fuck! God damn it!
What's really funny is that somebody I know played it a lot, and they were like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have that game," and they were like, "Oh, now you do," and I was like, "Oh." So I have
somebody
Killing
just
Floor
bought
2.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
On PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played it for 3 hours.
I still have that stupid expansion that I accidentally bought from Green Man Gaming.
Yeah, you have the Descent DLC. Maybe
I don't fucking know.
find more DLC. Let me see which Let's see which DLC.
I got like a
it
season
has.
pass expansion or some shit.
He bought the season pass. So you have the Steampunk Gold Weapon Pack.
Something,
have?
I don't know. Whatever it
I don't know.
is.
What'd you buy? You
I
don't even know what you
I
bought.
thought it was the full game and it was just like an upgrade to
You need to
the
buy
base game.
physical copies of games because you have trouble buying digital because you always buy the wrong stuff.
That only happened twice.
That's too many times.
It only happened twice.
What's funny is that that's happened to you. I did it once. I bought the wrong game, and then I talked to Sony, and they refunded my money and let me keep the game.
You're talking about Dead Island?
No, it was Dissidia Final Fantasy.
Oh.
And then the other
Final
one
Fantasy
was
14,
Final Fantasy
they gave me my
15
money
when
back
Amazon just let me.
on the condition
keep-
that I buy the more expensive version, not telling me that the more expensive version wasn't compatible had I already created an account with the other thing. It was super annoying.
Also, by the way, just because we were talking about launch games, the PlayStation 3 launched with Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07.
Okay.
Hello? Is this thing on?
Yes, but I mean, that's super underwhelming.
I'm just saying it launched with a golf game.
Oh my.
The
That'll-
best way you can go.
That'll bring all the boys to the yard.
Dude, I can't believe
All
that
the dads to the yard.
I can't believe that the N64 and the Switch both launched with only 2 games, and this freaking company is still in business. Like, unreal.
Yeah.
The
That's how
Virtual
much-
Boy had 4 games. The Virtual Boy had 4.
The Virtual Boy gave you eye cancer.
The Wonder Swan Color had 3 games that it came out with.
The Wonder Swan.
Like, give me a break.
Well, I mean, the console that you don't like to talk about, the what is it? The Pippin.
Oh boy.
Launched with like 30
here's-
games.
Here's the Nintendo Switch lineup. 1-2 Switch. Ugh. Fast RMX. No idea what that is. I Am Setsuna. That's not new. Just Dance 2017. We've talked about that. Zelda, of course. Shovel Knight, super old game. Skylanders, give me a break. Snipper Clips, which is like a WiiWare. That's like what's it called? Like a like a tiny like that's like a dinner mint kind of game.
Yeah,
And Bomberman R, same thing. So like what entices people to say like
I think
all
the
right,
Pippin launched with 18 games.
like it didn't even launch. It launched with one real game,
What did?
Zelda Switch,
Breath of the
and it was
Wild?
on the Wii U. So like I'm just looking at it from a consumer that doesn't have a big budget, that can't buy everything. You would have played it on the Wii U, and then you
Yeah,
don't
but
buy any
consider
of these
how many
games.
people bought the Wii U. Very few. And nobody's willing to buy a Wii U. Like, if you're going to end up
I'll
getting a
buy a Wii
console.
U if it's cheap enough to play Super Mario Maker on it.
Well, I mean, I guess. But, like, the Switch, like, if you want to play future Nintendo games, upcoming Nintendo games, you're going to get the Switch just to, like bite the bullet, get the Switch, get Breath of the Wild, play it on that. Like, I already had a Wii U with me, so then I just ended up getting Breath of the Wild because Holly gave it to me, and the Wii U.
Right.
She also gave me that. And so I was like, okay, I don't need to get a Switch to play this game.
Right.
But it's like, if I really wanted to play Breath of the Wild, and I was going to buy a console, I probably would have got the Switch.
Ugh.
But I didn't need to.
Right.
And I didn't want to play it that bad that I absolutely had to get it right away.
I want to buy Raiden Project,
What?
the original PS1 game launch title.
Raiden Project.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. I mean,
Hmm.
but yeah, so while we're on the topic of Life is Strange, I might as well just, I mean, so it looks like we're going to be getting a Life is Strange prequel game.
Okay.
Some
I
like
know nothing about that game other than what I was shown when I saw it. That was it.
the stuff that you were shown when you, oh, I mean, like,
I never actually played it, so I don't know anything about the game,
right.
nor what the prequel would be, and I'm gonna play it, so I don't even want to be spoiled.
I mean, they're talking. I like the problem is, from what I heard, and I haven't played the game yet, so I don't know a ton. But from what I know, the story in Life is Strange has a complete conclusive ending, and
Gotcha.
so like there's not really much room for a sequel involving the same characters.
Right.
So a lot of people are excited about having a Life is Strange style story with completely new characters, new abilities, whatever, and everything going on in that sense.
Right.
This prequel idea, a lot of people are really apprehensive about it. A lot of people don't know
I am. I gotta play
how.
the game first and know if I want them to make a sequel or not.
Fair enough. But this is from Eurogamer, so like Eurogamer is pretty good with their leaked stuff.
If it has any spoilers,
What?
I will leave
If it has
Discord.
any spoilers? What for?
Life is Strange.
But they're just talking about, like, the title of the articles looks like there's a Life is Strange prequel for some reason. But this is reportedly from a different developer, not
Okay.
from Don't Nod, the developers of the game Life is Strange.
Okay.
So, like, the images that have been leaked and everything talk about the character Chloe several years before the events of the first game.
Gotcha.
Before she got her blue hair, and and everything.
Before
Before a lot of
before.
shit. Yes, before.
Well, I mean, that's the way to do it, right? George Lucas did it. Am I right? Am I right?
And how successful was that?
Extremely successful. Until everyone watched them and realized they were terrible.
They were terrible. Yes.
From what I heard.
Jar Jar Binks, the joke
I
of a
never
character.
saw them, so.
You never saw the? Oh yeah, you haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies.
I saw the first one.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think.
You think?
I mean,
I don't remember.
It was a long time ago.
Did you know that Harrison Ford only made $10,000 from that movie?
I believe it. George Lucas is a cheap bastard. I understand.
Well, no, it's because like they made it on a pretty bare bones budget. There's a pretty awesome documentary about how they made everything, and it was super super low budget. And then for the most recent movie, he made $20 million. So, I mean, I think that more than makes up for.
My dad said that when him and my mom saw Star Wars for the first time, no one even really knew what it was.
Yeah, that's what my
They
mom
were just
tells
like,
me
"Oh,
too.
there's a movie called Star Wars. Let's go see it."
Yeah.
It wasn't like what people think it was back then. Like,
No, there
it
wasn't
was
a ton of hype around it.
No,
Nobody
it was
knew.
just a friggin' movie that came out that people went like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
A
But
movie called
it
Star
blew
Wars.
minds after, like, they loved it after they saw it, and everybody just it developed a huge following.
Well, people that were nerds liked it.
People that were nerds.
Star Wars.
So the first thing that I
That's
wanted
cool.
to talk about. What?
Well, good for Life is Strange, people, because that's not a game that's like you would think would be a game that would get a sequel,
Or a prequel.
like a or a second game because of the the style. So it's nice
The
to see
style
that
and
there are
how
games that are
close
not, like,
the ending was. Yeah. I mean, I'd be up for like an Infamous kind of thing where they just introduce different characters and new story
right, like in the same
universe.
Universal.
You know,
Studios.
Infamous does it really well.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm open to it happening with Life is Strange. But
Is it strange though?
I mean, it is.
We'll find out when I play it.
We'll find out. More on this later. Also,
I'll say this: when I
Yes.
did see the game, the guys that showed me the game, the guys who created the game or were head developers or whatever they were
yes.
very nice.
Yeah, and when I saw it when it was first being released, when I got to play the first chapter at PAX East, I really enjoyed it. It was an awesome experience. Everybody there was super super like awesome. Great guerrilla marketing team that they.
Yeah, I didn't actually play it though. They actually play. It was like it wasn't even like testable yet.
Right.
We just sat there and watched. It was like we watched the developers play the game and then they talked about it, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was cool. This girl asked a lot of really dumb questions, and I didn't ask anything.
This
because
girl
I
asked a lot of
didn't
really
really
dumb questions.
know what it was. So he was like, "Is there any questions?" And I'm like, "I'll email you later if I have a question." But I mean, yeah, good
All
job.
right. Well, I'm gonna stoke your anti-Nintendo fire
Here we go.
a little bit better, a little more. You know. So the Nintendo Switch voice chat. Have you heard any of the stuff
Canceled.
about this?
No, I haven't heard about it because I don't ever pay attention to anything Nintendo puts out ever again until they put out something where it has to hit me in the face. Like if they put Overwatch on the Switch, then maybe I'll like understand that it's there.
Okay, so apparently there's this massive workaround that you have to do in order to get like team chat or voice chat on the Nintendo Switch while playing
It's so
Splatoon.
dumb. How is that? How is that?
Like
How could
they've had to
they-
develop a completely separate peripheral that you have to
No.
plug in to the
No.
Switch and also into your
No.
smartphone
No.
in order to and like go onto this server in order to hear the
No.
game as well as hear your friends while playing the game.
Why? Why? They made a freaking little tiny port on the PS4 controllers where you plugged in your McDonald's microphone, which was a little earpiece and a tiny microphone that was the size of a paperclip. And we all used that to play Destiny for
Right.
250 hours. Like, that was what year? 2014? 2012? I don't remember. Like, how could this even be a thing that they fucked up that bad? That, like, people like talking to each other on the internet? I don't know. They just made Discord, which is, like, widely popular now on the
Right.
computer.
You could easily
To
just
play-
use Discord.
They
But
could have made their own Discord thing, like their own program inside of the freaking whatever they call that shit, the Nintendo whatever, UI, and made it work. Just like Sony did, just like Microsoft did, just like Discord did. Oh, God. They're so behind. They're so behind. They used to be innovative. I watched a lot of documentaries this week, and one of them was on the Super Nintendo.
right.
One of them was on the N64.
Mhm.
And that, like, and I was like, damn, I was like, Nintendo was all, they won the space race in 3D, like, on console. They were the ones that, like, got there first.
Yes.
And then, like, so to me, that's like, wow, they're super innovative. And then what happened? Like, they just stopped looking around and saying, like, well,
How
let's
do we
try to
improve this?
we have to make sure there are checkpoints on our console when it comes out. Okay, has to have voice chat.
Yeah.
Has to have a good online system. Has to be able to have users connect. We have to make games that people want to play with each other. Like,
Right.
they could.
Wait, you mentioned
man,
Virtual Console?
No, I didn't even mention that. Like, this, like, have
Or
a backlog
like-
of your library. Like,
Yes.
simple shit that, like I just said, I downloaded Hot Shots Golf on the PlayStation Network for PSP, which was compatible with the Vita, and it's from 2005, and I play it.
Right.
Like, duh. Like, what are they thinking? Like, of course people are going to play Castlevania and, I don't know, whatever's out. Like, whatever was on the Super Nintendo, whatever was on the GameCube, whatever was on the N64. Like, can they make an adapter, like, or some way to plug N64 controllers into their consoles, like, so people can play N64 ports? Because there's no other way to do it. The emulators are awful. So,
Oh yeah. But like,
they're
okay.
not good.
So like
So-
look at
Sorry, rant over.
No.
My goodness, make a mic port. Like, come on.
No, it's perfect. No, there is a like a headset port on the Switch.
But you can't talk to people with it.
But no. And like look at
My nephew knows how to use an iPhone, and he's 2. Like
I just sent
on.
you I just sent
just
you
saw that.
the original tweet. And
what is that thing?
It right?
What is that?
The original tweet was from
That can't. Is that fake? That
No.
might be fake.
No, it's not. Splatoon's
So-
it's Hori's like Japanese Twitter.
No, so that's like a what is that? Like a headset?
It's a headset. It's a stereo
Okay,
headset
so wait.
hook.
Right, that hooks into your smartphone that uses an app that lets you
Yes.
talk to people. Right. That
Yes.
has nothing to do with your Nintendo Switch.
No, it's like third
What
party.
the fuck is wrong with that? Like,
It's to listen to voice chat and game sound in the headset. And simulates the gear in game. And it's basically, remember the
And
original.
how much is it? Like,
it only releases like the Japanese
Right.
yen price,
Yeah.
which is
Okay, let's just say.
3,800 or 480 yen.
Wow, that's a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a lot of yen.
That's a Seinfeld thing where he's like 30,000 yen, you're rich. That's probably like I'm gonna guess it's between $50 and $100.
But
so let's say
it's made to look like one of the character's actual peripherals. Which I guess a lot of people are gonna like. But if you look at the way that the thing works,
I
like
can't
if you
click
look
on
at
it. I
like
clicked on it and it didn't work.
like look at the cables.
Oh, there it goes.
It's got like this weird arrow squid thing going
And
on with it.
what is the headset in the back? Like, what's that thing? Like when?
What, you don't remember like the wrap around the
My
back
brother-in-law
of the neck
had them. He
headphones?
looked like an idiot.
No, those things were the best. I used to love like going to the gym, like working out with those things, running. Like they
Well, now you
stay
can
on your
play your
ears better
Switch
than
with
anything.
it. Congratulations, everyone! You can now play your Nintendo Switch with your backwards headphone
But
thing.
if you click on like the cable, apparently the cable's only like 8 inches long or something.
Look at this freaking configuration that they have listed. Like, how confusing is, like, how stupid is that? Like, look at that. Look at that. So it's oh man. So okay, so
Yeah,
it
you're
goes-
looking
the
at the
headset goes into your smartphone, and then it has a splitter that goes into your Switch.
Switch
So
and
you
the
have to
smartphone.
you have to have a smartphone and your Switch close by.
It's also a
and you have
short
this
ass cable.
tangled mess of wires to play a video game with a headset when Sony made a freaking microphone that literally can fit in the palm of my hand and I could make it disappear like a magic trick.
But a lot of one of my favorite
And it sounds
things,
great, by the way, and it sounds perfectly fine. Like, I've never had any issues with it.
The one ear, like,
The one ear freaking headset.
yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's the greatest headset.
But a lot
I'm
of people are making a comparison to the original Xbox's 2001 headset.
What?
You know,
It looks exactly the same.
They're almost identical.
What a bunch of jerks.
But
Wait.
it didn't require a
Wait.
smartphone because smartphones didn't exist back then.
Right, and it's the Xbox, which was 16 years ago.
Yeah, the original Xbox 2001 had one so similar,
If this thing comes out,
and
like,
we've come so far from that.
but right,
But also, it's meant to plug into the Switch, the console Switch. So if you're playing on your couch, if you're playing with your Switch in its dock,
right,
where are you gonna plug this in?
Right.
Because
Yikes.
like, is there a microphone port on the
Wait.
Pro controller or the
Even if there is, that's still ridiculous. Like,
absolutely,
wait.
because it's
But
also a
here's the-
very very short cable.
Well, here's the funny thing that I'm seeing. They're using 8-inch jacks. Inputs, which Apple doesn't even have on the new iPhone. So you have to use an adapter. What you're gonna have to do?
Oh
if
my
you have
God!
an
Yeah,
iPhone
you're right.
is
Yeah,
use the adapter to
the
plug
iPhone
that
7
into the
doesn't even
iPhone.
have a headphone jack.
Right.
So that adds an additional step.
Right. So Apple is like,
I didn't even think about that.
Fuck the jack. We don't need the jack anymore. We're not using it. Nintendo's like, oh, here's a peripheral that we're gonna use so you can play games with your friends. Oh, wait. 99% of the people that play the game are gonna have an iPhone. Now they gotta buy it. Now they gotta use the adapter.
I think
which
it also
plugs in.
requires batteries.
What a mess.
I think it also requires batteries.
I can't handle this anymore. We need to move on. I can't handle this.
No.
This is so
This
stupid.
is for real. I actually believe it requires batteries.
This can't be real.
I think
this
the
can't
splitter,
really be
the
happening.
splitter is
They have
as
to
big
know
as
better
it
than
is because
this.
it requires batteries.
They have to know better than this. Like, they can't just think that this is okay, and just that people will just buy it and deal with it. Like, that's everybody that listens to this podcast, I'm going to make a very short disclaimer right now.
Oh no.
You have to stop. You have to stop doing it.
Stop what?
Like, you have to stop saying it's okay.
What's okay?
And just say no to Nintendo. No. You need to say to them, no, this isn't okay. Just like everyone said to Microsoft, you cannot tell us we're not allowed to have discs anymore.
Right.
No. Bad dog. No. And everyone was like, no. And they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're just kidding. We're just kidding. We were kidding. They weren't kidding, but they changed everything because everyone freaked out.
But there's a guy.
Enough is enough.
There's a guy who actually he came up with this great system of like he just has this like Bluetooth little device, and then he takes Velcro, sticks it to the back of his Switch, plugs it into the port, and just to make it work with Bluetooth because because it doesn't natively have Bluetooth.
But if it did, if they made it have Bluetooth, and they could just say, how cool would this have been? See, this is why they need to hire me. Nintendo, if you're listening, I'll work for you, no problem. I don't care. I'll take a job, but I'm not gonna help you if you don't hire me. But listen, this is what would have been cool. Okay, we have Bluetooth. The only way for you to use it is you need Bluetooth headphones. So now they're like, we're in the Bluetooth thing. Apple's in the Bluetooth thing. So then at least they're on the same wavelength as far as using Bluetooth. And if they said, well, we're not going to use headsets. We want people to use Bluetooth headsets. So non-wires.
Right.
We're getting
Well,
rid of
everybody
wires,
else is
people.
going wireless, and then Nintendo's just introducing more wires.
Like, what?
But to be fair, this isn't directly from Nintendo. This is from the makers of Splatoon.
Because Nintendo hasn't even come up with anything probably yet. They're probably figuring it out now because they're freaking idiots and they didn't think that people want to play games online with their friends. Where have they been? Did they see Destiny come out? Did they know World of Warcraft exists? Do they know any of this stuff? Or do they just... I don't think they do. I think they're so stubborn, and I think they're so right. They think they're so right that they're going to fail so bad.
Well, the problem is this peripheral is already like topping the Amazon Japan's charts. Like it's already selling like mad.
But that's why I'm making this public service announcement on this podcast. Stop. Cancel your orders on Amazon and don't let them win.
Oh my god.
Because they're just going to keep doing the same.
I don't really like.
Over.
I don't completely agree with that, but I do. We have to draw a line in the sand at some point.
No, I see. That's the thing. If Nintendo just did the right stuff, I wouldn't complain about them.
Right.
Because I don't care. Like I don't. Even if I don't play any of the games that they make, if they were making shit that's like, I like tech. I love tech stuff.
Yeah.
So if they're making shit that's like super top of the line tech, and I have to go like VR. I love VR. I think it's awesome. I tried it. I didn't like it at first because I was like, is this cool? I don't think so. And I tried it all, and I was like, wow, this is kind of nuts. Like it's kind of fun. And it's like the new tech, like yeah. I'm not saying it's the end all, the only thing people should care about, but it's new, it's exciting, it's kind of fun, and like make something that I'm gonna go, wow, that's cool. People should play that. Not a freaking handheld device that I can bring on an airplane. Come on.
Nintendo's probably gonna come out with their own peripheral in order to make this work. This is just Hori's solution to it.
Right. Which is dumb that they actually have to come up, like a third party has to come up with a solution for them to play.
Third parties always come out with like new fun peripherals. Like,
well, no, I mean
like the charging dock for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One controllers.
But this is a big deal though, because this is like normal shit that they haven't figured out. Like, and I'm looking at that. I'm staring at this Xbox headset that looks identical to what you just showed me. And and I'm just like, I can feel my blood like starting to boil inside of me. Like just going like unbelievable. Like just it's just it's just yuck. It makes me feel like it makes me feel sick. Like that, like they're just able to do this kind of stuff, and that people just keep buying the stuff, and they just keep feeding into this.
I mean,
Like,
the audio jack,
hole.
the audio jack works with like commercially available headphones, microphones, and headsets.
Right.
So I don't understand what the issue is here.
Why
with,
can't
like,
why you can't just
connecting-
talk and someone would hear you?
Right.
It's a simple.
Is that not like an in-game issue? Is that an
They
in-game
could put
issue?
it right on the freaking board, like right on the freaking chipboard. No, it's the UI, Nate. It's the UI. So like, what they needed to do was come up with. They needed to write software
Right.
that would be able to let you play games or talk while you play games. How did they not come up with that yet? Like, just go over to Sony and ask them. They did it. Like, hey, how'd you do this? We want to do it. We'll give you $50 million. We'll give you $500 million. Like, I don't know. They have so much money. Like, do whatever they
Nintendo?
want. They could. You're telling me that Nintendo couldn't call up some really smart guy that could figure it out and pay him and just get it over with and be done with it? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway.
I mean, but isn't that like that is a Splatoon in-game issue? Yeah.
Right, but if they made Splatoon, right now they're making Splatoon 2.
Right.
So wouldn't they have known, like, oh,
was
shit,
it
this is
not
kind
an
of, it's
issue
kind of a
in
big...
Splatoon 1?
I don't know how you talk to people on the Wii U. No idea.
I think it has Wii Speak.
What is that? Is that use the sensor bar or something, or the? Wait, I'm gonna look at it.
Wii Speak. It was a microphone accessory for the Wii.
So you had to use a peripheral for that too.
Yes.
That I understand, because
even
the
though the
Wii
Wii or the Wii U has a microphone built into the controller itself.
Right.
Same with the DS, DS Lite, 3DS, 2DS. All of those have microphones. Nintendo's been incorporating microphones in their controllers for years.
Okay, but they don't have software.
Right.
It doesn't work if you don't have anything. I could come up with some freaking thing if I don't have any software to run it.
Like, I'm looking at the
work.
Wii Speak wiki right now, and yeah, the device is a USB microphone that is plugged into the Wii U. It has like an insanely long cable. Just like if you ever had a Wii and the sensor bar had an insanely long cable, so you could send it across the whole room.
Can I say something? If you I type in how to talk to teammates in Splatoon.
Yeah.
The first hit goes, shut up about voice chat in Splatoon. That's the first thing that comes up on Google. And then the second thing says, here's how you will talk to teammates. Hope you like wires. Like, what? Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
It's
heard this is the only way to talk to people in same room. Is Nintendo drunk? How often do they think we will have groups of people huddled around to play Splatoon? This isn't 1998 where the internet is still new. It's 2017. The age of blockbusters and late night gaming pizza parties are over. because chances
blockbusters and late night gaming pizza parties.
Because chances of all those buddies of yours that used to play games with you all the time are too busy with their own lives to stop everything for Splatoon and drive over to your place.
Oh my god.
The only cool thing is that the headset is a piece of it in game. Wait, what is that? The only thing that is that headset is a, well, that doesn't make sense. Skip that guy. He goes, not even a USB plug for the headset, just a shitty combo jack that nobody likes. At least they could have split it into pink and green mic. Like, yeah, like all their shit is like super, super, like
But why can't we bring back
Archaic.
the late night pizza parties?
Because people don't go out anymore. They sit in their houses.
I went
and
out
play
last
video
night.
games. No, I'm not talking about going out to do stuff. I'm talking about to play games. They just sit in their houses.
I went to a bar that is also an arcade.
Well, yeah, but we're not. But
They
you're
had
not,
Galaga.
But we're adults.
They
These are
had
like,
Galaga.
but what about 13-year-olds us?
Oh yeah, no, it's not like come over for a sleepover. We'll go rent a game and then play it all night.
But that's what
we'll
we
go
used
rent
to do.
Twisted Metal and just like try to beat it in a night.
Yeah, or we would play like WWE wrestling.
Yeah, WCW versus NWO Revenge on the N64.
Yeah, of course. And then we would pretend we were like wrestlers and we'd wrestle.
Exactly.
And then we'd go back to playing, or we'd play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater all night.
Oh my god, do you remember Extreme G on the N64? It was the game that had like seizure warnings and like motion sickness warnings.
Oh god. Anyway,
so good.
So just to close this whole thing. This look at this We Speak thing. Like, give me a break. Give me a freaking break. Like, look how long that cable is. Like, they're like, here's 900 feet of cable to wrap around your entire house. Like, just like, I've said it before and I've said it again. Just put Mario on PC. Just end it.
But check this out. Like,
enough.
But check this out. Like, this guy did this guy at Nintendo today put together this really easy to do Bluetooth headset Switch thing, and he used Velcro to attach it to it.
Hey, you're 9 years old. DIY your Switch.
I mean, it's not even hard to do. You just attach Velcro to the back of the Switch.
Okay, wait,
you get this one third-party peripheral and with a headset, and then you add that
hang on. Wait a second. Let me just sit.
Yeah.
You're 7 years old. You got a Switch, right? You wanna play a game with your Switch.
And for everybody wondering what we're looking at and what we're talking about, I just posted it in the chat. If you want, and if you're listening to this on a recording on iTunes or SoundCloud,
cancel your Switch order now.
Oh my god! And you want to be able to see what we're talking about, I mean, just join us live. But yeah, on Nintendo Today, it's nintendotoday.com, Bluetooth headset, Nintendo Switch. Go on.
So anyway, if you're young and you're like, you don't have a smartphone, then you can't ever talk on voice.
Unless, yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that, like,
most 9-year-olds don't have smartphones.
Right. So, like, but say they all want to play a game with each other.
Right.
They can't. They can't even play it unless
they
borrow a cell phone from their parents.
I feel like Nintendo could just patch it into the game.
Like, give me a break. I still can't. I didn't know about this, and I'm like, and I was already on I already had my troops at the line ready to fight. And like, now I just ordered more. Like, I just called in more troops to bring to the border of Nintendo and extinction. And let's do it. I'm ready to push them off the cliff.
It's never going to happen.
Like, because it's not going to happen because people are
they have a massive cult following.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. People are addicted to Nintendo. They are addicted. Like, they can't get enough. It's like they put a game out, they buy it. They put a game out, they buy it. Like, it's not
because
even
they own some of gaming's most beloved IP.
Right, of course. And I'm not discrediting anything they've done because I am a huge Mario fan, and I was a huge Nintendo fan, like Nintendo NES.
And I'm a huge Zelda fan. Like, right. I'm wearing my Link in Park T-shirt right now.
So, like, I'm not saying
and
that
the
they're
Triforce around my
they
neck.
haven't done anything and they don't deserve any credit. I'm talking about them now,
right?
And that they just literally know. They know they're like the drug dealer. They know that you want your
We've
fix.
got you hooked, and now
and
they're just
you're gonna come every week to get your drugs until you're dead.
Oh my god!
And that's it. So That's why I'm mad, because they're just gonna go like, "Oh, we didn't put a headphone jack for you to do voice chat on the Switch."
I mean, they did put they did put a headphone jack.
Well, I'm talking like a workable mic system, right? And
Right.
then they're like, "Well,
They didn't put Bluetooth in the Switch because it would
right,
have killed the battery like
right," and they're
super
like,
fast.
"Sorry." Oh, well, we do have this. It's like the guy who like sells you like the base model, and then he's like, "But we do have this, like, for $500 more, you can get this freaking little piece of shit thing that like doesn't really do anything, but I'm gonna try to sell it to you anyway."
I mean, Nintendo's been anti-Bluetooth for ages. This is nothing new.
Why is it?
Like
Why
the
are
Switch,
they anti-Bluetooth
the
in
Switch
a
didn't have
Bluetooth world?
no, but like the Wii U didn't have Bluetooth. The Wii didn't
Right.
have Bluetooth.
Well, no, the Wii did have Bluetooth because it had the controllers.
No, you needed the sensor bar in order to use that.
Oh, that's right.
And even the Wii U has the sensor bar, so you can
Wait,
use.
Wait, the Switch has a sensor bar too?
Sorry, not the Switch. The Wii U
Does the Switch
and the
have a
Wii.
sensor bar though?
No, it doesn't.
Wait, but can't you use Wii controllers on the Switch?
No,
Yeah, I thought you can.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you definitely can.
No, you have to buy the Switch controllers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking the Wii U. Sorry.
Yeah, the Wii U uses Wii controllers, but
Oh my god.
like none of them have ever used Bluetooth.
God. Unbelievable.
Like if I take my Wii U controller around the corner
Right. It won't
and there's
work
any
anymore.
objects in between the Wii U and
Right.
like the console itself and the controller, it loses
Right.
connection.
The last thing I'll say is all you need to know is that the Switch uses cartridges.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I got to say.
What does that
Moving
have to do
on.
with anything?
Because it's old technology.
Yeah.
It's
But
old.
yeah, but it's better than trying to like create their own medium.
Yeah, well, the reason why is because it wouldn't have worked for the Switch. So they had to make carts instead of discs.
Look what the
because people weren't gonna
PSP
walk
tried to
around.
do.
Right, exactly.
The
I'm not saying that-
VMUs were absolutely just like
Right.
awful.
So I mean, like,
But Sony's been doing that for ages. They've always tried to reinvent the wheel over and over again. You
But
know, the
here's the thing
VMUs,
about-
remember mini discs for music?
oh yeah, I never had mini discs.
I had an MD player. I loved that thing. But it was still ridiculous.
So
What?
the storage size for the Switch is 32 gigabytes of internal memory.
But you can replace the storage.
To how much?
I don't know. It has a micro SD. There's a micro SD port under the
Okay, okay.
kickstand.
Let's just say that you get a 256 gigabyte micro SD card.
Uh-huh.
You can fit. That's still like the size of like half of what's in the PS4.
Right.
So like, I don't get it.
What are you doing?
I don't get it anymore. I don't get it.
What?
Them. I just don't get them. I don't get them. Anyway, hey, isn't E3 coming?
E3 is coming up.
What's going on E3?
You know,
Forget Nintendo. Let's talk E3.
there's an F ton of stuff
Let's talk
going on at
E3. When's E3? I don't even know when it is.
It's June 16th, 13th to 16th.
Dude,
I think.
that's like 2 weeks from now. Should we do our E3 preview next week?
Maybe.
Should I actually research E3 and be excited about stuff? Or make predictions like everyone does? Are we doing that? Is that a thing?
We have that request.
Did somebody request
By
that?
the way, there is like SanDisk has released a 1 terabyte SD card.
Okay, but it's probably really expensive.
Oh, it's probably stupid expensive.
Well, how much is it? Because how much does a Switch cost? Oh, 1 terabyte. I'm looking it up now. Now you got me going. Now you got me going, Nate. I can't stop now. Now I'll get
But
to
I mean, like, the
play it.
problem with micro SD cards is like they have a pretty high corruption rate
Yeah, I mean, especially at that high of a.
of a storage level.
Okay, you want to know how much a 512 gigabyte micro SD card is?
Sure.
$309 on Amazon.
512?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm looking at Amazon and a 128 is only 60 bucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's twice the size of a 256, which is 150. So they're two 150s put
But
together.
the 1 terabyte, that's the one.
How much?
Well,
it'd be
it's like impossible to find.
At the rate I'm seeing it, it's probably $600.
Right now, it's like it was revealed
it's not even
in
out
September
yet.
2016.
Well, that's
It's
not a
not
good
completely
sign.
out yet. Like, they revealed a
Alright.
prototype in September of
So
2016.
in like 2-3 years, you guys can get your micro SD cards that are big enough to run stuff in your Switch, which will be obsolete when Nintendo's out of business. E3. Excited for E3. What's
E3.
going on with E3? What's the big news from E3?
So like I usually
like this
don't pay attention
Summer
much
is like kind of
about-
boring for games.
I don't pay much attention to the E3 rumors or hype. I just wait for E3 to happen, and then I look at the stuff, and like I never really. I always just like to shoot down anybody's like weird rumors that they think is gonna happen. So like obviously Half-Life 3 not gonna be announced.
Canceled.
Just like stop. Like there's always one guy that's like,
No, we should do. We
Yo,
should
I
do
can't
an E3
wait.
We should do a live E3 podcast.
a live E3 podcast
Dude, we should watch the press conference and we
comment on it as it happens.
should comment as it happens.
You
Yeah,
mean-
why not?
I mean, it spans like a week.
No, like not the big ones.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I'm down.
Your viewers would love to watch me sit through the Nintendo freaking
Oh,
E3
no.
press conference.
They will be like, some of the viewers would be
Let them
frothing
convince
at the
me.
mouth.
Let them convince me to buy a Switch for E3. Are they even do a press Are they doing a press conference? They don't do a press conference anymore, I thought.
I don't think.
Are they coming back? Are they coming back in?
Maybe.
Are they getting back in the here, I'll tell you the press conference list. So EA is at June 10th. Microsoft is June 11th. Bethesda June 11th. Sony's the 12th. And
What now? What are you?
Microsoft's is at 1:30 in the afternoon. Sony's is at 5:30. Nintendo's is at 8:30 in the morning. Like, oh, I'm sorry, PST. Oh, thank God.
Wait,
PT.
8:30 in the morning
So
Pacific
it's
time.
sorry, it's 12. 12. Thank God.
So it's noon.
Noon.
Noon our time.
Noon on Tuesday.
Okay.
Sony's is at 8:30 on Monday, and Microsoft's is at 5 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay. Interesting.
So, as with previous years, Nintendo has opted out of a traditional E3 press conference.
They always do.
Because
they're like, no, we're gonna have our own conference.
Yeah,
We're
because they're
Nintendo.
like, I don't. Cause you know why? Because they say it doesn't matter what we show because people are gonna buy it anyway. So it doesn't matter. So why it doesn't matter?
I mean,
And
we
let's
fell for
make
it
sure-
with Activision, Bungie, and Destiny.
And let's make sure that we pre-record everything so nothing goes wrong. See, that's the other thing. They don't want anybody to think that they don't. They want everyone to think that everything's perfect in their world.
They're not No Man's Skying it. Like,
No, I'm just saying that they don't do a live show where like things could, like things could go wrong, or
Well,
like
they don't
something
want
could
anything to
happen.
go wrong. Obviously,
Right.
They don't want to release,
Because they're
or they don't want
scared.
to
They don't.
unveil the newest Windows operating system and get a blue screen of death.
Dude, that's the stuff that makes me feel like
Like
you're coming out, you're showing your stuff,
it
and
gives
you're
them
just
humanity.
you're like
It makes them
going, fuck it, we're
vulnerable.
doing it live, and it might not work, but we're gonna do it anyway because, this is this is how it's done. This is what we're gonna
Fuck
do.
it, we're doing it live.
Yeah,
That's what
seriously.
you're going with.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly style.
Oh
But
my
anyway, so yeah, so E3 I know nothing about. I know nothing that's coming up, and what I usually at this point, there was a year where I was
Yes.
really excited for Sony.
God.
That was the year where they said Final Fantasy VII's getting a remake.
Yeah.
They talked about Shinju 3 or something. And then there were a few other things that came out. Uncharted 4, maybe? I don't remember. But I feel like E3 used to be a lot bigger, and now everyone's like, who cares? You know why? Because the new consoles came out.
Right.
And like everyone's like, It's like, so I guess Microsoft's gonna release the new console that I'm not buying, so it's whatever. They can tell me it's the most powerful thing since like it'll freaking wash my car for me, and I still won't buy it.
Mhm.
So because I have a PC that's just as my PC card is compatible, probably still faster than whatever they have. So rip.
Yes.
And then what is Sony gonna come out with? That's kind of cool because I don't know.
One of the things that I am almost 100% sure isn't going to happen is everybody has these fucking hopes that Sony's going to release their PlayStation 5 console.
What?
That doesn't exist.
They're not going to do that.
No, of course not.
Why would they do that?
Because everybody's like, oh, Xbox making the Scorpio or has Project Scorpio, so Sony's going to release the PlayStation 5. No.
No, they're not.
Like, just because a competitor's doing something doesn't mean that
I would be shocked
that they're going to be like pre-revealing or putting or like putting the gas on
gas it up, like gas
something new. Like, you don't need, like, Project Scorpio I don't think is necessary.
Right.
I think Xbox is releasing too many consoles too fast. They are going down the hole of Sega in the Dreamcast.
Get down that hole.
They're going down that same road where they're like, shit, we keep failing after failing with our hardware. What are we going to do? The shit isn't selling. Then they're going to have to discount it and take a hit on it and to just hope they make their money back on software.
It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen to Microsoft, and then Nintendo's gonna fall, and then Sony's gonna fall, and then that's the end. And then Gabe's gonna go, "Are you ready for a miracle? Half-Life 3."
Never gonna happen.
And he's gonna bring it out. He knows exactly what's going on. But I will be shocked if Nintendo does come out and go, "Look at this," and everyone goes, "What is this?" And they're like, "It's the Switch 2. It's coming out next year." And it has a microphone port in it, so you can talk to your friends.
Do you remember the
That'd be amazing.
whatever happened to Steam machines? Remember
They
that?
were PCs, and
They were just PCs, but like, remember there was all this hype around Steam machines. They're like, oh, you don't want to build a PC? Well, we're building Steam machines just in case.
Yeah, they were expensive, dude. They were like $600. No
Right.
one was buying those.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that was funny.
And another
Rip
thing that's
Steam
not going to
machines.
happen at E3 is they're not going to re-announce Scalebound. There's no fucking way.
That would be really dumb if they were like, it's canceled. Nope, psych. Oh.
Well, they said it was canceled, but then a lot of people are saying that they're bringing back Scalebound because they renewed the copyright for
Nope.
Scalebound.
We own it. We got it. We got it before they did. Ha.
And They were like, yeah, we're gonna bring back Scalebound, and
Oh,
but Nintendo isn't. Sorry, not Nintendo. Fucking Microsoft hasn't said a word. Everybody's just interpreting actions as like truth, and it's ridiculous. Like I want Scalebound. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be an incredible competitor for and a super awesome IP to compete with Horizon Zero Dawn. But it's not going to happen.
yeah, but that's still not going to do anything because it's like, I'm sorry, but like unless you're Nintendo and you have an iconic franchise like Mario, they have their iconic franchise. It's Halo. That's the only thing.
You mean that dead franchise?
Yeah. So, oh, speaking of which, it's on my wish list. It
What?
comes out August 15th. I looked through screenshots and I went, you know what? I might do it.
What?
I might buy Sonic Mania.
Fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Might do it.
Why?
Might do it.
What?
Because I looked at it, I'm like, man, this would be fun. Looks like fun.
Sonic Mania.
Yeah, dude. Fucking 2D Sonic game.
Oh, not Sonic, the one with...
No, not the one we talked about last week.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the new 2D one they're making.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about the one with like a character creator.
No.
For like DeviantArt.
This is like the only
Rule
Sonic I
34.
played. The only Sonic I played that was 3-dimensional was like kind of Sonic Colors, because that was still 2D sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, Sonic Mania. Kind of excited about it. Looks kind of fun.
Depends on what the price is.
Well, right now it's on Steam for $17.99. That's pretty cheap.
Oh, it's on Steam for $17.99?
Yeah, it's on sale 10% off because it's if you pre-purchase.
Well,
but with Steam, here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the cool thing about Steam. If you pre-purchase the game and
they'll give you every Sonic game for
don't like
free.
it, then you just return it and you still have the ability to get the pre-purchase price. So that's pretty good. That's a good deal. So Sonic Mania I'm excited about. So maybe they'll talk about that at E3 and I'll get to actually see it.
Maybe.
And someone playing it maybe. So it'd be fun.
No, they'll probably just do like an entire E3 announcement where they just walk everybody through the character creator in the new Sonic game.
In the new Sonic.
Yeah. And then they do like a making Sonic the Hedgehog Rule 34 panel tutorial.
Oh my god. And so yeah, that's a game that's on my wish list that I put on there.
Yeah.
That's new. So maybe that'll be fun.
Another thing that's probably not going to happen at E3 is the announcement of Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to the Switch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, coming to Switch?
Yeah.
No, dude, that's a PlayStation. That's PlayStation's thing now.
Is it though? Because
I think it is.
No, like Square Enix isn't exclusively
for now. For at least maybe
PlayStation.
it'll have a window, but it's not coming out for Switch. They don't make games on the Switch anymore.
They don't make it. They just quit already. Everything, all of it.
Well, and
no, because I think they're releasing like Dragon Quest, like 2 Dragon Quest games, and Octopath Traveler on the Switch.
Octopath, like Octodad, but Octopath.
Octopath, like 8
So-
paths.
So yeah, my wish list. Yeah, Sonic Mania is on there now.
What about
also,
Elder Scrolls 6? Isn't going to. There's
Mall Empire is on my list as well.
Oh, fuck off! Really?
From last week.
From last week, you already added it. Oh no!
If anybody wants to get me anything on Steam, I got a wish list.
Oh god!
It's all there. You can get me Bayonetta.
I want
or
Bayonetta.
Turok 2. Or Hollow Knight.
Wait, isn't
That'd be
Bayonetta
fun.
free?
No.
It's not free.
No.
I want Bayonetta.
They just ported it over to PC.
Oh right, they just ported it.
And Vanquish.
They pooted
as well.
it.
Vanquish is there too. Or someone in your chat can get me Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. That's on my list too.
Oh, that one I want to.
Let's get
I want that one.
Batman. Do not buy me Lego Batman the video game though.
No, I'll get you Dead Island.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you a Dead
Oh,
Island
I don't
2
need Robot
pre-order.
Roller Disco Derby Dodgeball. I got it already. Oh, not to go off topic, but I don't usually do this, but for anybody who's interested, there's a great bundle
Oh no.
on Bundle Stars.
Oh no.
It's called the Indie. Hang on, I'll pull it up. Indie bundle. I don't usually do this stuff, but it's called the. Is it still here, or is it gone?
It might be gone.
Oh no, it's here. Best of the Indie Legends bundle.
That's weird because like Humble Bundle also has an indie bundle, and I think Green Man also has like every indie game on sale.
Right.
And I think
But this
Steam
one-
might also have an indie sale going on.
But this is like a pretty good bundle.
Okay.
So it's got Viscera Cleanup Detail, Unepic, Insurgency, Freedom Planet, Skullgirls
Cleanup
and
Detail.
the DLC, Lethal League, Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball, and Memora for $3.50.
Ooh, that's actually really good.
Yeah, that's like a crazy amount of games that are actually good.
Buy it for me.
No. It's ending in 3 days, so get your bundles now. Because we're talking about Sonic Mania, Freedom Planet is a 2D side scroller like Sonic. It's pretty good, and for $3.50, the Viscera Cleanup Detail DLC is $3 on Steam just alone. So you can play Lethal League. Me and James played it last night, and it was super fun.
Right.
We had a great time. It's a fun
James
game.
and I.
No. And I played Freedom Planet for a minute, but we played Viscera Cleanup Detail last night, and it was hilarious.
You
So if
mean
you have
Garbage Man
friends-
Simulator?
It's so funny.
Garbage Man
It's such a
Simulator is
funny
fun?
game. It's so fun.
All right, then maybe I'll get it and we'll play
It's
together.
so fun. Oh my god.
Is it multiplayer?
It's like, yeah, you
All
can
right.
play up to 32 people in the
Jesus.
game.
What,
Yeah.
do you have to like clean up the whole city? Are
No,
we
it's
are
like-
we
it's
like
you can
Batman
fit
but like on a
32
garbage
people in-
scale?
The servers allow 32.
Not the
that's
hero
max.
Gotham wants, but the hero Gotham needs.
Sure.
Cleaning
also
up
Mad
trash.
Max. Also, Mad Max is on sale for $4.
Was that game any good?
I mean, it's not bad.
I heard it was awful. One of my roommates bought it for the
Nah.
PS4 and then returned it immediately because he fucking hated it.
Well, I mean, it's not the greatest game, but
He's okay. Well, he is also a piece of shit, so I don't really trust
I mean,
his judgment.
it
He's
got-
when I say he's a piece of shit, he's the one that cut the wires on my Wii U
oh, why did you do that?
because he's a dick.
It got a 73 on Metacritic, 7.8 user score. So it's like not a terrible game, but it's not a great game either. But I'm saying it's on sale for $4. Like, even if it sucked, like, it's like that's so cheap for like a game like.
But the
Mad
game
Max.
didn't come out that long ago. The fact that it is that cheap so quickly is like it came out.
It got very positive reviews on Steam. Out of 13,000 reviews, 89% of people. I heard it's fun to drive around. I might buy it. I might buy Mad Max.
Yeah, people also said it's fun to drive around in nuts and bolts. It's still a shit game.
Still, might be fun. So anyway, everyone go to Bundle Stars and buy some games. It'd be fun.
Oh my
There's
god.
a Hard as
We're not
Nails
sponsored
Heroes
by
bundle.
Bundle
I don't know what
Stars, by
that
the
is,
way.
but- What?
I said we're not sponsored by Bundle Stars, by the way.
Hey, Bundle Stars, if you want to sponsor us, I'll play your
Email
games.
me at defensivelettuce@gmail.com.
Also, Grand Theft Auto the whole series is on sale, including shark cards.
Shark cards?
Yeah, that's the in-game currency for
Uh,
GTA Online.
microtransactions?
Kind of. It's just money that you can spend.
Yuck.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
All right, we gotta get
Yeah.
through. We gotta get through some of this news. We gotta move the fuck on. the PlayStation 4 update, updates 4.7.0 is bricking a lot of PlayStation 4 consoles.
Nice.
It's this huge issue that people don't know how to deal with. The report came from a lot of it's bricking PS4s and PS4 Pros.
Ooh.
I
bet you those few people are pissed.
What, the PS4 Pro users?
That one guy that has a PS4 Pro is like, God dang it.
Gotta get those extra 6 frames in Skyrim, bro. But a lot of there's some fixes. It's the fix is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
You have to turn off your PS4 by holding down the power button, boot into safe mode by holding down the power button until you hear 2 beeps, then while in save mode, restore storage, restart, boot back to save mode, and then install the update again from the internet option from there. And then that fixes the issue. Yeah.
Sounds complicated. Maybe I'll just keep my PS4 off like it's been for like 6 months.
I mean, I updated and it didn't brick my console, so I'm happy.
'Cause I'm happy that my PS4 didn't brick.
That's a new song.
Is that what we've come to now? Like I'm so happy that I updated my software and it didn't break my console. Like, come on, Sony. Like, come on. What year is this? Like, get it together. You and Nintendo, go in a room.
I'm
get your shit
sure
together.
that Lizard Squad had something to do with it. They hacked it.
Lizard Squad did it. Just blame them.
They added like some kind of backdoor fucking destroyer of worlds.
Yo, why is the Middle of Earth Shadows of Mordor or the Shadows of War Gold Edition $100 on Steam?
Hang on, we're not even there yet. You're getting ahead of yourself.
I'm just looking at stuff.
And the PlayStation 4 Pro patch for the game Prey from Bethesda wrecks the game. No, it just wrecks the game.
Oh.
It adds stutter that wasn't there before.
Beautiful.
And
how is that? How would you feel if you were a game developer and you made this game? Sony comes out with a patch and it breaks your game.
Right?
I would be so angry.
No, but it's like an optimization patch for Prey specifically. Oh. It's not the PlayStation update.
Oh.
It's
I take it back.
Yeah. Because like everybody was super worried. Remember when everybody was speculating about how the Bethesda game was going to perform on PC, because Dishonored had that huge issue, and Bethesda games notoriously have huge issues being put onto PC from console. But now we're getting the opposite issue after this new patch on the PlayStation 4. It runs fine on the Xbox One, or solid enough, but on the PS4 Pro, because like it was originally supposed to improve laggy controls and improve a bunch of issues. And it just makes all of those issues worse.
What's funny to me is that like I turn on my computer, and I play a lot of Overwatch. Everyone kind of knows this at this point, I guess. But I sign into Overwatch, and the game updates, and I play Overwatch. I never go like, oh shit! Like the only one time where Diva like when she popped out of her mech, she went through the world, which is hilarious. So it was a funny patch, like a funny bug.
Right.
But
this makes the entire game stutter.
No, I'm saying like that like it shouldn't be a big deal. The patch should just fix shit, and then the user should be able to use what it's using and not have to worry.
Well, I'm sure they're going to fix it soon.
Like, I don't want to stress when I come home from doing stuff and say, oh man, all right, I'm going to jump on Overwatch. And all of a sudden, like, the character is just like shooting its gun like uncontrollably and I can't control it. Like,
right.
I don't want to come home to that. Like, that's not my job. My job isn't to like make
No,
sure
you
my
want to play a complete finished game, which is
game is
why
fixed.
we didn't play Andromeda.
Well, I wouldn't have played Andromeda anyway, but
Oh, I was excited about Andromeda. I
So was-
loved Mass Effect 1,
everybody was
1
excited
2,
about
and half
Andromeda
of
that I
3.
knew, and no one and people who played it were like, this game sucks.
Well,
Oh.
as soon as it came out that it had all these issues, I was like, I'm not gonna let this game bastardize the entire like legacy of this
World.
game that I love.
Another thing, real quick, is Steam had a free weekend for Fallout 4, and I actually played it, and I kind of had fun. So
Nice.
it's on my wish list now.
Fallout
So I'll
4.
buy it.
I played it on the PS4 and I really enjoyed it.
I
Fallout 4 was
kinda
a
had
really
fun.
good game. I really want to go back and play Fallout 3. I never got to play that.
That's a game that's
And it's
I-
the game that everybody says that the Fallout franchise peaked at 3.
yeah, a lot of people didn't like 4. So I have actually Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on my computer.
Cosplex just made a comment on what you were saying about the Prey patch. He said this guy's thinking is pretty basic, but doesn't understand that when it comes to massive online games like this, there will always be unforeseen issues.
Okay. Well, this guy has a name,
Hob.
and that's not my job to worry about if a company makes a game and then I buy it and then it fucks up. It's
Well,
not my job.
I think that when it comes to stuff like this and an
You know
unforeseen,
they test things, right?
Yes,
You know
exactly.
they test this shit before it comes out. So
That's what I
like,
mean. When it comes
What, it just
to
didn't
releasing a patch, like, that's something that you have to test. I understand the intention was to fix, or no, the intention was to support, to add support for the PS Pro, to give it features that the regular PlayStation 4 doesn't have, and that's something that you have to test before releasing it. You don't want to
right.
add a patch and then have the game be completely unplayable for your user base.
And Prey is not a massively online game.
It's not
not
even
World of Warcraft.
It's not even an online game.
Right. So it's a single player patch, which they need to have game testers inside their division, which is a major company, so they do.
Yes,
and
Bethesda
they'll be able to make
and
sure it works.
Atlas.
The problem is that they
Atlas.
do this shit so fast that it comes. They just so anybody who
Arcane,
works in
fuck.
games will
Arcane
tell you
Studios.
that that they are pushed way too hard and too much, and they have to do things extremely fast. So they're not able to, like, it's almost like, instead of it's being, is it good enough, let's make sure it's good enough, it's just like, did you do it, cool, moving on.
But it's
That's
not.
how it works.
But it's not like there was a massive rush. It wasn't unplayable on the PS4 Pro.
Right.
Like you could still play it, but it was playable at the PlayStation 4 level. So it's not like they didn't have time.
Right. You can't break one game to fix another.
Right. It's not like they didn't have time to test this. You know, people would still be able to play and enjoy the game.
Right.
And just adding additional features are like bells and whistles. But if you break the game and make it unplayable, then like that's an awful thing to do to a game that you've been spending so much time developing.
Yep.
His response, though, is it's understandable that you're annoyed, but there's always going to be issues with the code, especially the code they run is always being updated. That is also coming from a top 500 Overwatch player, currently 375 ranking. I don't know what that has to do with...
Good for you.
I don't know what that exactly has to do with, like, the code. I mean, because you were talking about relating it back to Overwatch. That's why he's mentioning the Overwatch
that game
thing.
is a massively multiplayer game, and I never have issues with Overwatch.
Yeah, you
To where
were
I go like,
illustrating
oh,
the
shit,
point.
this is fucked up.
You
This
were
is fucked up
illustrating the
now.
point that like when you see those issues in Overwatch, sure it's like funny to see, but it's not game breaking. It's not like
Well, and they get fixed pretty quick too.
yes,
They
they're
literally
very
will
quick
patch
to
the
fix
game
their
like the
issues.
next hour.
But
It's
he
kind of
also
crazy
added,
now.
long story short, code is being constantly updated, and they're always pushing to release new updates, and there will always be mistakes. Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
but Prey is different than Overwatch.
Yes, when it comes to Prey, it is an online. Or sorry,
Right.
it's a single player game
And I'm not
that
saying that it's
that
like
doesn't
that it
need
should be
like
like
online server testing or anything like that.
right.
You
I'm not
know?
saying they should quit and like that that's wrong. I'm just saying that it's the consumer shouldn't have to be worrying about that stuff. Is what I'm saying. They just shouldn't have to be. They shouldn't have to be like when I play music and if Nate, if you come to hear me play
Mhm.
and I break a stick, I'm not gonna come up to you and go, "Hey Nate, I broke a stick. I'm really sorry, but like you know what, like it's not gonna be the same, and you're just gonna have to deal with it." Like, I don't go to my audience and start making excuses or coming up with things that are wrong. I have to figure it out and make it work and
Yeah.
make it sound just as good as it was before.
Well,
You figure it out.
well,
That's what you do when you're a professional.
it goes back to the PlayStation 4 update issue in that like you guys released an update to the console and it more or less bricked like a certain percentage of the consoles, making
Right.
them completely unplayable,
Which
and
is awful.
which is absolutely horrendous. It takes the Prey issue and brings it to an entirely different level.
Yeah, that's like that's like imagine if you came home and you just wanted to you had a rough day and you just wanted to play a game and you go like what most people do. I try to play a game or run a Netflix or something if I put my PS4
Right.
and it's like you can't run Netflix until you update your PS4 and you're like okay fine whatever.
Yeah.
And then you go
There's
get
a lot
drink.
of games you can't play unless
Right.
you
You
update
go get a
them.
glass of water and you come back and your PS4 is off and you're like, what? And then it's bricked and you're like, great,
Yeah.
cool.
And then you have to
That's
go
what-
on Reddit and see
Yeah, and you have to
and you have
start
to see
figuring
the
out how to
entire
fix it.
world freaking out about this until somebody comes up with a fix, figures it out.
And
you know?
hopefully you can save your stuff. Like
Exactly.
yeah, I mean it's just not, it's just that's bad strikes. Tisk tisk.
like it took a while for them to come up with a fix. Mind you, a while is like a few hours to come up with a fix.
It's not fixed yet.
It was
I mean, I didn't even know.
no,
I
because
didn't turn my PS4 on.
the
I'll know
original
nothing.
post was posted on Reddit 3 days ago, and the fix was also 3 days ago.
Right.
It was at around 10 to 9, and the fix was posted at 4 o'clock.
Right.
So, like 10 to 9 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
By the way, breaking news: Tekken 7 releases today.
Yes, that's also a thing. I forgot to mention that.
I mean, I have no idea.
I know a lot of people are excited for that game.
I don't play it, so that's cool.
I'm not a big fighting game person myself, but Tekken 7, I know a lot of people that are super excited about that game
Cool.
and are hoping that there's going to be a pretty big competitive market for it. Especially because I'm going to be hosting for for World Gaming this weekend, Northern Fights, a tournament in both Mortal Kombat XL and Street Fighter V.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening this weekend, and I'm super excited about that.
All right.
But yeah,
What's next?
next, now we can talk about Shadow of War. What were you saying about Shadow of War before I go into?
It's $99 on Steam. That's insane.
Shadow of War is $99 on Steam.
That's crazy. Yep. The gold edition, whatever that means.
The gold
gold.
edition.
Looks gold.
But what does the gold edition give you?
Let me look. Actually, it's on Bundle Stars. Sorry, not Steam. Let's see here. Let's see what it comes with. Does it come with gold? Actual gold?
Does it come with gold, or does it come with a bug out bag with like solar panel and solar blanket?
Probably not. Where is it? I'm trying to find it now. Shadows of, what is it called? Shadows of War?
Shadow of War, or Shadows of War.
I don't like that name.
Well, it's Shadow of Mordor sequel.
Yeah, they should just called it Shadow of Mordor 2. Easy.
But it's not a direct sequel.
Okay, so there's a silver edition and a gold edition. That's even worse.
And if you ever played Shadow of Mordor, it was an incredible game.
It's fun.
The fighting system, the action sequences, the execution of everything was so tight, and there's so few games like it. Like I remember the roommate that I had at the time that played it, he loved it so much that he went to like EB Games or GameStop and he asked, like, I just finished playing Shadow of Mordor, what is like this that I can pick up and like playing, and the guy was like, there's really nothing else like it, and he was so disappointed. And so like I'm assuming that he's going to be very excited about this game because that game was really, really good.
So funny story about that game. I was in Seattle and I took an Uber rideshare with this gentleman, and I got in the car and we were sitting in traffic, so we were like, obviously, and then I told him, I was like, oh, you know, like, I'm new to Seattle, like, you know, what's going on here and stuff like that. And he goes, oh man, like all this stuff. He starts talking, and I'm like, he's like, oh, do you work in games, or are you into games? And I'm like, no. And he goes, and I told him what I did, and then I was like, oh, what do you do? And he's like, oh, so I work for what's it called, Monolith. I'm like,
oh, no way.
Shadows of Mordor? He's like, yeah. He goes, so you know the dialogue? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I helped with the Nemesis system.
Oh, I love that.
I was like, what? So yeah, I was literally talking to this guy who worked on Shadows of Mordor.
That's wicked.
So it was really funny. But so what comes in the gold edition is Legendary Champions War Party. I don't know what that is. Exclusive Epic Sword of Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Then it comes with like a bunch of expansions, a gold war chest. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Like,
I mean, for people who are massive fans of the original game, I have no doubts that people are going to be all over that gold edition. I'm just saying,
like, it's $99, and I'm like, woof.
I mean,
okay.
Wait, is that all digital in-game content, or is it physical content?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's got to be digital content because it's on bundle stars. Like, they're not going to send you anything.
Oh no, of course not.
So yeah, it must be like expansions and then like a chest.
Like an in-game loot box?
Or like a chest that you wear, chest piece? I don't know.
No, I think that's like a loot chest.
Like a
There
chest?
might be like microtransactions in the game or something. I don't know. Or maybe just for like inventory management.
Edition? Oh, here we go. Wait, I got it.
Okay.
Because here's the same thing at GameStop. So it is.
What? Go on.
It still says gold box, like a gold chest. What is it? I'm gonna look it up.
What?
You can pay up to $300. Blah, blah, blah.
You can pay up to $300 for this game?
Hang on. What is the gold here on Reddit? What is the gold war chest?
Oh, that's actually on Reddit?
Yeah. Microtransactions. Ooh.
I knew it. I knew it had to do with microtransactions.
Oh boy. All right, guys. I'm going to go get a drink while Nate talks about microtransactions.
Do I have to? Do I have to start? You know how I feel about microtransactions.
I know. Calm down. Okay, moving on.
No. Actually,
it's coming out Shadow of War is coming out, and it looks like it's gonna have microtransactions.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
no, but there's a few things that we have to talk about for Shadow of War. Um, One is based on a question that we just got in the chat, but
Okay.
the other is that the game Shadow of War has been pushed to October 10th. The release date is about a 6-week delay,
Okay.
which is fine. A lot of people are pissed, but
Of course.
and they issued an apology about it, which I think is unnecessary, but you know the people appreciate it, I guess. Shadow of War, they I guess that, I mean, I'd rather have it late than broken. That's always what I'm going to say when it comes to games being delayed.
When games get delayed, I mean, I don't have any. Like, if they're going to delay everybody's golf, I'm not gonna freak out.
What?
The golf game that I'm gonna play over the
Oh,
summer
right,
that I'm
yes.
excited about. If they said it's now, if they said it's canceled, then yes, get mad. But if it's coming out, then calm down, save the extra money
Right.
that you were gonna spend on the game,
And wait for use microtransactions.
and buy the $99 edition instead.
Yeah, or whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, so that's cool. I mean, I don't know. Game delays don't tickle me like no freaking Bluetooth in a freaking modern console.
So
A little bit different.
Cosplex had a really good question that we can add into the microtransactions conversation, as well as the Shadow of War conversation, as well as the like $99. You said?
Okay.
You said $99 for the gold edition. He's asking. They're asking, how much do you think is too much to pay for a game?
$99.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I mean, consider how much money Destiny was on launch, like with season pass and all of this shit.
This is where I'm gonna get at with this. Value is determined by the consumer, by the individual consumer. You might see something and go, "Ooh, that's $50," and go, "Okay, I'll buy it." Someone else might go, "That's a little too much for me."
Right.
So for me,
and it also depends on the amount of value you get from the game itself. How long is the game? How much do you enjoy it? How much time are you
gonna put into it? Right.
Exactly.
How much are you gonna really invest into it? Right.
Like I bought Little Nightmares, and that game was so short. I enjoyed it, but I don't feel like it was worth the amount of money that they were asking for it, given how short the game was. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful, complete, finished game. Like, I had no issues with this game whatsoever, except for the price, especially considering the pre-order bonuses, the extra skins, the extra masks, all of that stuff wasn't released for the game until 3 or 4 days after the game was released. So I'd already beaten the game by the time I got those bonuses.
Right. So
that was like super frustrating.
I feel like it's a case to case basis, because, I'll bring up one game in particular, and you know exactly what game I'm going to bring up, and that's PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Yeah.
The game is what, $30?
Something like that. Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It is.
It's just so much fun. I don't know what it is.
But it's also early access. It's unfinished.
Right. So it's like, and that's a game where it's like, I'll jump in when I know that something is going to be fun,
right,
and I'm going to enjoy it. But if you're telling me, like, say you told me today you have to buy Shadows of War for $99.
Right.
Like, you have to go buy it, and you have to spend your money, and you have to buy it. I am going to expect $100 worth of content.
Well, I mean, I would probably go back, play Shadow of Mordor, like, in the days leading up to the release of Shadows of War or whatever. I would probably go back and play Shadows of Mordor, since I have it digital on my PS4, and I would probably like see how much I enjoyed that game, and see if like I want to continue that legacy, continue on with this
Right.
game that is obviously very good.
So
Like
for
Shadows
me,
of Mordor
too
is an
much.
incredible polished game,
Right.
which is rare in this day and age.
But so too much for me is when, like, if something was like $60 here in the States is like a standard for a game, right? So
Right,
what,
and it's like 70 or 80 here in Canada.
$68 with tax or something.
Right.
So, and that's, I don't think it's too much if it comes out and it's like delivers on what it, what they say it's going to do or what it actually was supposed to be and all
Right.
that crap. But now
But
there's
some
such a
games are like
stigma for
$150.
that.
Some games are like $200.
I mean, like you can drop $200 on a game if you really get into the whole thing and the whole marketing thing of like Persona 5, right?
Yes.
I bought the collector's edition and people wanted it. Like
on
they didn't care
eBay.
how much money they spent on it, right? So like people bought it for like I think $99 I think I sold it for or something. So like
Really?
yeah, so like people wanted Persona 5.
Right.
They didn't care how much it cost. So it's it's like it's so case to case, but me personally, I just don't buy games day one. I've got burned so many times.
So many times.
I'm done.
Agreed.
I'm done. Batman Arkham Knight was my tipping
on
point.
PC.
I was done. Yep, that was the game that put me over. I was so mad because it was like I waited because I knew I had so many friends that played on PS4, and I told them I'm gonna wait because I have a PC that can run it, and I want to run it on my PC because it's gonna look better.
Yeah.
And it came out, and it was a piece of dog shit.
My last straw was Destiny.
I was so mad.
Like Destiny has forever. No, sorry, not even Destiny.
No, Destiny you played a lot of that.
No, I played a lot of. I got my money worth from Destiny.
That wasn't on Batman Arkham Knight level, dude.
No. I mean, I never played Arkham Knight. What jaded me, what caused my skepticism about pre-orders forever, was No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Because No Man's Sky was a complete piece of shit, unfinished lie of a game that on launch.
Not gonna defend them.
And there's absolutely nothing
yep.
that was worth it about that game.
No.
And unfortunately,
and look at Mass Effect Andromeda. So like that's kind of why I'm as jaded or I'm as harsh and stubborn in this. First of all, I have no ties to this industry at all, so I don't care what people think. So I can say whatever I want because I'm not scared.
Well, you can say what you want because like everybody has a right to their informed opinion.
No, I'm saying like I don't have any like I don't work in games, so like if somebody gets butthurt that I say something like that's controversial to them, like oh you don't understand, like I don't care, right? So, for me it's like when I have very little time to play games, and when I do, I want to play ones that are fun,
right?
That make me feel like I'm not wasting my money, that I shouldn't really be spending on games, right? Like, because it's for me like a hobby, it's not something
It's not like me where it's
I
like
shouldn't
my
be
livelihood,
investing money into
my
it.
life.
Like, right? I don't have I have a career and I have like things I should be putting money into. So I try to find games more on the inexpensive side, or, I mean, me, it's like I'm all about like, oh man, look at this indie game that came out that's like no one's playing.
Right.
I like those kind of games that are new and adventurous and maybe they're different and usually they're like $15 and I'm like, cool, I could spend $15 today. Like I'm not gonna feel bad if I spend $15.
Yes.
Like $60 though, if I'm gonna spend $60 on a game, damn, I better first have the time to play it, and it better be worth it when I do. Because if I put my PS4 on and it bricked, I would have literally called the CEO of Sony. I would have been that angry. Like I would have called
Sony of America or like Sony of Japan.
All of them.
I want a conference call with all of the Sony presidents.
I'm that person that would have called Sony and complained and gone up the chain and been like, this is unacceptable. This is atrocious. Like, I would have been a freaking nut because I would have been so mad that they like ruined my day by just by their error.
Yeah.
You know,
The
it's not because I'm like thinking that they're like horrible people and they shouldn't be doing anything with their lives. It's
Right.
like that it started. If it starts to,
It's just like
affect
you were the
me-
last line of defense for something being released. You
Right.
guys need to change your internal policies in
nothing
order
to
to
do
ensure that
with
this
it.
doesn't ever happen.
Right. I had nothing to do with it. Like, I'm just the guy that's trying to use your product. I bought the console, I bought the controllers, I bought the games, I bought the PS Plus edit. Like, I invested enough into Sony. Like, I have a right to at least say something. You
Right.
know, like, so you know, that's a long answer, but I think it's just
Like one game that was worth it, like new game price for me, Horizon Zero Dawn, without a shadow of a doubt, is one of the best games I've ever played. It was a complete and beautiful game. It had some bugs here and there that were like hilarious and funny, but they weren't game breaking.
And for me, like, I have no regrets buying Overwatch.
Fair.
Not at all. Like, I bought it, it was full price, and it wasn't even full price. It was $40 on PC, so it was $10 cheaper.
I think
$49.99.
I have
No, it was
regrets.
$39.99.
I have regrets about buying Titanfall 2.
Okay.
Only because I bought it. I think I bought it on sale, but yeah, I think I bought it on sale around like Christmas time or something. Whenever the hell it came out.
I think you bought that, and did you buy the dual pack Battlefield 1? Did you buy?
I didn't buy the Battlefield 1 dual pack.
Because I know they were running that.
They were.
It was $75 for Battlefield 1 and Titanfall.
Yeah. And while the Titanfall story campaign, really really good, super super good. Titanfall 2, the multiplayer, really good as well. I don't have enough friends that play it. And when it comes to playing multiplayer, I don't just grind away on my own.
Right.
I want to play it with friends.
What's funny about when you say that kind of stuff, when it comes to multiplayer games, it's funny, we were talking about the anniversary of Overwatch.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were like, you know, talking about when did we play, or some of us like met playing Overwatch. Most of my community that I play with in my Discord channel is from Overwatch. So like, and we all play different games now, you know, we don't just play Overwatch. But so when we were talking about the anniversary, and I said I looked it up and I bought the game on June. Oh man, like
Did you
June,
buy it on launch
late
or
June
a
or
couple
something.
months after?
Yeah, like almost a month after it came out.
Right.
And the only reason like that it got pushed in was because I had enough of friends that were playing it where I said, okay, I'll come in now, because I knew that if I just bought the game and no one played it, that like Battlefield 1. I bought Battlefield 1, nobody plays it with me.
Right.
So we don't play it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could.
Do you have
could go
Titanfall
back.
2 or no?
No.
No. See.
I played it on PS4 when during a beta, but that's about it. But it's not that it's a bad game. It's
It's an incredible game. It's super fast paced. It's everything I wanted it to be as a sequel to the original Titanfall. And I respect that they listened to their consumer base and their fan base from Titanfall 1 and made all of those improvements in Titanfall 2.
Right.
They really did they listened to their fans, which is something that a lot of companies don't do.
Yeah.
And so I respected that a lot. Like, I don't regret buying Titanfall 2. I just hate that it's just sitting on my PC and collecting dust, because I want to play
the backlog, my friend.
I want to play it, but I have nobody to play it with.
Yeah.
You
should have bought.
Like, I know Zach plays it.
Right.
Or Zach has it. I've played it with him a couple times, but like, he also plays Overwatch. He also plays PUBG with us. He also plays like a ton of other games.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing for me. it's all also it's I kind of go I'm very I'm very selective about what I play. I mean, I don't really play a lot of stuff. And so when I do commit to something, I'm like, okay, Overwatch, cool. And then like, for me, year one was kind of special with Overwatch because like I met so many. It was like Destiny. I met
It's
so
like
many
Destiny
people
Year
along the
One,
way.
while like the game. Well, I mean, with Destiny, we all came together in our mutual frustration and
Yeah, but look what happened because of that. Me, you, and Filmer are playing PUBG together now.
exactly.
Like that's awesome.
Yeah,
So like,
and we still
it's
have like Sanctum as
yeah.
like
I don't
part of our.
regret. I don't regret buying those.
No,
Some of those games, but
I don't regret
there
Destiny.
is a
I
limit
just
for me.
yes,
So, but it's a good question. That was a good question.
it was. I like that question a lot.
And if you're a
So
top
thanks for
500
that,
player, then
Cosplex.
you should pull me up to Grandmaster. By the way,
I don't know what the hell you're.
that guy's said he's top 500 player.
Yeah,
You
top
should
500
you should do
Overwatch
your
player,
placements with me
currently
and carry me to
375.
Grandmaster.
Carry you to Grandmaster. Carry me, senpai.
If I get Grandmaster
Carry
by
me.
carry, I wouldn't bother me one bit.
Carry me, senpai.
All right, what else we got? I'm running out of steam here, man. I'm super tired.
People Can Fly, the developers behind Gears of War, Judgment, and Bulletstorm, are teaming up with Square Enix to create a new AAA title for PC and console.
Gears.
They have not revealed anything else other than that. Hopefully they'll be talking about something at E3 about it, but apparently they're working on a new AAA IP.
Cool.
That we can all be excited for.
Yeah,
because Square Enix does really good work. They like to release complete games and put time into things, so I respect it.
I mean, I played Bulletstorm for a little while. I didn't finish it, but
right.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
We'll keep that on the list for E3.
Yeah, I'm. That's what I'm looking forward to for E3. Square Enix and People Can Fly, their little team up collabo. Yeah, all they said is like, we're massively excited to be working with the talented team from People Can Fly in Warsaw, a studio filled with people who really know their craft.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like they didn't really say anything other than that they're just like working on an external development partnership.
Yeah, I mean let them work on
that's enough to get people excited about something coming up. Take-Two feels like they are under monetizing their user base. So they're kind of hinting at like, oh, we could add more microtransactions to our games, but we don't. Whatever the fuck that means.
Gotta love those microtransactions.
I mean, I respect that they said we can do more. We can do more microtransactions. I don't know if they will or won't.
Right.
They do have to make some money back after shitting the bed marketing Battleborn. But Battleborn is still making lots of money. People are buying like a lot of packs.
I don't know, like lots of money.
Well, they are making money. They are still making money. People are still buying the game.
They're up 0.5%. That's better than being
and people are still buying skins and taunts and shit. But like I said last week, Battleborn is currently on hiatus. They haven't released a new update, and but they said that they are working on a big update coming up. Gotcha. Whatever that means.
Nice.
But yeah, they said you can give stuff for free in perpetuity. There's no business model in that. But we're not going to try to optimize the monetization of everything we do to the nth degree. My concern is if you do that, the customer knows, and they might not even know that they know, but they feel it.
I know.
Oh, I know.
Do you feel it in your loins?
But he's like, we are convinced that we are probably, from an industry view, under monetizing on a per user basis. Like,
that's your territory.
I don't know.
Man.
He's saying weird shit, like weird ominous shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like he's like,
That's like a politician.
yeah, he's like, there is wood to chop because I think we can do more, and we can do more without interfering with our strategy of being the most creative and our ethical approach, which is delighting consumers. We're not going
Right.
to grab every last nickel.
Grab those nickels. There's not a lot. There's not a lot left. Grab them.
Nickel's a valuable metal, so.
Grab them.
But yeah, that's Tequila Works. Tequila Works. The creators of Rhyme. Do you remember that? R
RHYME.
capital R, lowercase I, capital M-E. Rhyme. It's kind of a.
Is this another one of those things where you tell me it's coming out?
No. I
It?
believe it's already out. It came out recently.
What about it?
It looks kind of like Journey. It has like a Journey-ish kind of look to it.
Okay.
But Game Ranks, one of my favorite gaming news sources, refer to it as Journey with less charm and The Witness with less challenge.
Whoops.
It's not a challenging game, but it's aesthetically beautiful. It has great music.
That's not a good review at all.
Yeah. But Tequila Works is in the news because they made this ridiculous statement saying, because they added
What was their response to that?
They added the de novo anti-piracy software. And
for that game?
Yeah, they added the de novo anti-piracy software, and then they made this ridiculous statement: "We will remove de novo once it is cracked." So then, hackers, obviously, the internet,
right, so
they challenged the internet to crack their game. Yeah,
they're like, fine, you don't. Hey, you can't eat all those hamburgers. You bet your ass I can.
Like. It's like you challenge the internet to anything, they're gonna prove you wrong.
Especially the internet.
But it's
especially the internet.
Exactly.
Like, there's no way no one can come over right now and freaking steal my wife.
Yeah, it's like the Overwatch porn thing. You know, Blizzard was like, please don't do that, and it's like, fuck you, don't tell me what to do. And then they just like turned up for the Rule 34.
They turned the dial up to 10.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? We're not doing it. We're doing it live.
And the exact opposite happened with Battleborn. When Randy said, like, oh yeah, I embrace Battleborn Rule 34, the internet's like, fuck you, we're not making content for you.
Right.
And they're like, this isn't fun anymore now that Dad endorses it.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of funny. You know what? That's hilarious.
So hackers cracked Rhyme.
Explaining to me this kind of not so good game. Like there had to have been a reason.
So hackers ended up cracking the game in 5 days. So
of course, because there are people that are way smarter that don't make games. But the
thing is, the de novo software isn't even theirs. It's not. It doesn't belong to Tequila Works. That's like the de novo anti-piracy software is de novo's. So they just said, if you can crack the de novo anti-piracy software, we'll remove it from the game. That's it.
Wow.
And so if they are going to stay true to their word, they're going to release a patch to remove the de novo anti-piracy software from their game. Only took 5 days.
That's so good.
Right?
Good for them.
It's like when in the beginning of the movie Titanic, they released a quote, which I think was like from in the real newspaper. The engineers behind the Titanic said not even God himself could sink this ship, and then on the first voyage, it sank.
Of course. Of course.
That's like the original. That's the original like.
It's like this car will never crash.
The uncrashable car, and then somebody hacks it and crashes into a wall.
Yep.
And the final news story, and something that I added in the middle of this because I forgot about it, but I saw it on Reddit. Ubisoft changed their logo for the first time in like 13 years. Did you see the new Ubisoft logo? 14 years.
Like?
14 years. Here, I'll send it to you on the Discord.
Oh, here's my natural reaction Discord. Here it comes. Ooh, looks like an owl eye.
I mean,
what it used to look like.
If you go into that article on Polygon, it'll show you the timeline of Ubisoft logos. The original 1986 logo, then the 1995 logo, then 2003.
Like the blue one with the swoosh.
Yes,
right.
I like the blue one with the swoosh better than the current one, to be honest.
I mean, it's kind of basic.
The 1986 one is very 86.
I kind of like that one better.
The original 1986 one?
Yeah, they should go back to that one. And then the one in between it looks like the
1995 one?
Yeah, it looks like a really generic, like we're a company that makes like banking software. That's what it looks like. We're a banking software
the little like rainbow color spectrum thing.
We write software for the IRS. That's what we do.
But Reddit
already messed with it, didn't they?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any doubts in your mind?
This is why the internet is fun.
Yeah. So
okay.
Reddit.
Give me some things that they've done.
What?
Lay it on me. What have they done?
Okay, so I'm gonna send you a link.
Go ahead. I'll get some reaction. You'll get some instant reactions from me on the podcast.
So I'm gonna send you a link.
This is like my favorite part when you give me like stuff that I just can. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
they gave a side view.
I knew it. I knew they were gonna put shit somehow, make it look like shit.
Yeah. So they gave a side view, and then somebody saw this and owned a 3D printer.
No way.
And they 3D printed the side view with the top view poop logo of Ubisoft, and then 3D printed out the the Ubisoft. Oh shit! What was it?
Of course, they would make it a poop swirl. Of course. Oh man, people are so much funnier than me. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Wait, what does it look like? Show me the 3D print model.
3D print model.
That's so good.
It's
again, that's like the Resident Evil 7. Did you ever see that logo?
No.
Okay, that was the same thing. Hang
on. But yeah, it was so the Ubisoft. Oh shit. The Ubisoft poop logo. That's what.
Oh, not Resident Evil 7. Sorry, Resident Evil 6.
Okay. Yeah, somebody did a video of them 3D printing the new Ubisoft logo.
Okay. Here, I'm going to show you the.
And they printed out like the individual letters and recreated it in 3 dimensions. And it looks great. I think it looks beautiful. I can't find the actual thing right now though.
Okay, because I'm about to send you the Resident Evil 6 one. Yeah, that doesn't work. That link doesn't work that you sent me.
No.
Get rid of it. Okay, here's the Resident Evil 6 one.
Okay. This is probably super great to listen to, by the way, considering. Oh my god, that's horrible.
It's all good. So, for anybody who doesn't know about Resident Evil 6, the Resident Evil 6 logo was controversy. There was a lot of controversy with it because it looked like a giraffe, and it looked like he was pulling someone's head. A
two-legged giraffe.
Crotch. Yeah. And it looks ridiculous. And then as soon as someone said that, it's like immediately that's what you think of. Like there is no out. You can't get out of that. So, yeah, there's been some funny logos, but that's great. Good for them. Good job on hacking those server because someone told you to, and for making Ubisoft look like poop.
Yeah.
Good job. Now come
All
up with a Nintendo
all
one, and
about
I'll be
it
happy.
on board. All right, I sent you the video of it. And I'm posting the video in the chat. But yeah, it's
All right, what is left on our thing here?
oh, that's it. We just have a couple questions from our audience.
Okay.
Or a couple comments, stuff that they want us to talk about.
Okay.
For one, for one,
And they wrote out the friggin' letters. That's so good.
yeah,
Okay, great.
they 3D
Great.
printed all of the letters.
I'm happy now.
Hate City. I Hate City. Wanted us to mention that Friday the 13th is coming better. Or is getting better. You can actually get into games now, and the servers are a lot more stable.
You can actually play it now. Great.
And it's a really good game.
Cool.
I really
Still too expensive.
I
for
still
me,
really want the game, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it is
it's
still
expensive.
a little too. The price is not for like a Friday the 13th Evolve type
It's
game.
It's just because for me it's like that's just a tipping point of like for a game I know like it's it's like Dead by Daylight and Depth. There's two games that are on PC right now. Dead by Daylight, which is basically a slasher game. This is like
Right.
almost identically. And Depth, which is like a shark game where you ride your sharks and you're trying to kill the swimmers.
Right.
So like there's kind of two games that are like that. I own them both, and I never played Depth, and I never bought Dead by Daylight because of that. Because I was like, this is fun, but those kind of games, even when I play them with my crew of people, which are like the funniest people,
Right.
like they're so fun, we get to a point where we go, okay, we're done. And we hit that with Dead by Daylight. They had a free weekend, and we almost all of us were tired of it by the end of the weekend. We were like, all right, we're kind of done. Like we weren't having as much. It wasn't as fun anymore. Like the kind of like the luster of the game kind of like started to get like varnished already from the beginning. Like, okay, yeah, it's fun that you're running around chasing me as a killer, but how many times can you do that until I go like, okay, it's not really like scary, or it's just kind of like not the initial hit is kind of gone, you know?
Yeah, I totally
It's a
agree
good
with you.
game, but you know, it's
But like as soon as it
that's
goes
like a
on
Steam
sale,
sale game.
maybe like as soon as the price comes down, I'm super down to play it. I think
there are called them. That's a Steam sale game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want it. I want it. I think
Buy
it'd be
Mad
a
Max,
lot
it's
of fun to
$4.
play. Buy Mad Max. It's $4.
All right. Anything else?
Also, that's pretty much it. One person wanted
right.
me to mention that like Rogue Legacy is super fun and people should get
loves
back
Rogue
into
Legacy.
it. I know.
Great
I actually kind of
Has
miss
great
it.
music,
I want to
too.
go back into it.
I never actually
it had a
beat it
really
because,
good sense of humor.
actually, I'll post a video in your Discord. I always say that. In your stream.
Mhm. In my stream?
There's some videos of me playing that actually,
Oh, really?
like recorded.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was super into that game.
Yeah, I was super
Um,
into it for a while too.
It's hard. It's a hard
It
game.
is a hard game. I prefer it to Binding of Isaac, personally.
Different.
It's different, but they're both.
You have to level up.
But they're
in
both
Binding of
like.
Isaac to win. You can't. You can beat Binding of Isaac. And you just get one run. You got to.
You can do Rogue Legacy in one run.
Well,
I'm sure there's at least one person
no,
that's
I don't
done
think
that.
you can. I don't think you can because the end boss is super hard.
I
I tried, and I'm under leveled in that game too.
Right, me too.
And I beat all the bosses. I'm on the final boss. I just never could get to the end. Where is it?
Also, if anybody listening to the podcast or in the stream, in the live recording of the stream, I'm going to I just created a text channel in the Discord server, the Defensive Lettuce Discord server, which you can find on. You can find an invite link to the Discord server on the Twitch.tv channel page.
!Discord.
Yes. Also, there is an invite link down below if the bot is not active.
If you can't find the ! On your keyboard.
Well, no, I mean if I'm not online. Because.
Or if you can't find the ! On your keyboard.
That too. But yeah, I created a text channel for link dump for the podcast. So any of the links that we talk about, any of the things that I send Hob in order to be able to communicate with him and like for both of us to be able to see things, I'm going to be posting all of those links in the podcast link dump text channel in the Discord. So feel free to join that and check it out so you can go along with it while listening to the podcast.
Yeah. I'm posting a video of me playing Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, send that to me and I'll put it in the link dump. For all of the links.
It's hard. It's a hard game.
Yeah, thanks to Hob for being a part of the
you're so
Let Us Talk
welcome.
podcast once again. Thanks to everybody for subscribing and following and being here live and participating live.
And loving what we do for you.
Subscribe to the Let Us Talk podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. E3 is coming up, so we'll probably be talking about. I mean, are we going to do that next week?
Yeah, we're gonna do. Yeah, let's do a preview.
Yeah, we'll do an E3 preview for next week.
Yeah, well, I'll actually look up and see what's going on in the games industry because all I play is Overwatch and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So we'll actually see what games are coming out. And see what the industry's doing right now.
I know.
Because there's probably a ton of VR stuff that I don't even know about.
Right.
And I'm actually getting a Sony VR next week.
Oh, look at you. Mr. Captain Money Pants over here.
No, the camp that I'm working for this summer.
Oh, right, you were telling me that, yeah.
Yep. So I have to tell them to buy it for me today. Actually, I'm gonna email them and say buy it.
Tell them to get you the most expensive one possible.
Well, they're gonna buy Sony VR, and then we're working on Oculus.
Like PSVR?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But so I'm actually interested now because
you're gonna have access to it.
I will be able to use the VR. So
fair enough.
That's something I will probably talk about next week.
Dope.
So we'll talk about VR a little bit.
Ooh.
Woo,
all right,
we're getting serious
I'm on
now.
board.
Look at us. Whoa,
ultra serious.
Whoa.
Extra professional.
We're still not professional. I'm not.
I mean, you're not.
I'm not. You're not.
But yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Love you guys lots. Later, baby cakes, and let your geek flag fly.
No, don't let. No. No. No.
Every time.